Now, good afternoon, all of you. Is the screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, will.
Okay. So till now only 16 students have joined. We will wait for a couple of minutes, and after within 2 minutes we will start. So let's start our today's lecture. So in last lecture, we have discussed the introductory part and some branches which are related with the civil engineering field. Okay, the branches which are related with the geology and which are important from civil engineering point of view that we have discussed in the last lecture. Now today we are going to discuss regarding with the importance and scope of geology in civil engineering field. Why the study of geology is important in civil engineering field, that first we are going to discuss now. Okay. Now we know that the civil engineering field is totally related with the construction. Okay. There are many type of the construction. You basically now you are the DSC student. You are a diploma passing student. That's why you know all type of the construction. Some constructions are in small scale, like one bungalow, row house, small house, etc. Some structures or some constructions are in large quantity, like multi-story building, dam, bridge, tunnels, roads, etc. So Basically, the civil engineering life is always with the construction materials. Okay. Generally, we used different types of the construction materials in our field. Okay. So can anybody tell me which are the important construction materials we used in the construction? Which are the different construction materials? Very simple question.
Brick, cement.
Yes.
And
Uh,
cement.
yes, yes. It is request all. It is request to all of you that uh, don't give the reply in the chat box. Okay, because I can't see that chat box regularly. That's why you can unmute yourself when I am asking something and give me the reply. Okay. So you give the various answers for the construction material, that is the steel, wood, cement, then sand, aggregate, etc. Okay. Now we are going to discuss why the geology is important. We when we correlate it with the construction materials. Okay. Suppose these are the important construction materials we used in the day-to-day life in our construction. In that, the bricks are there, cement, concrete, sand, reinforcement. That is steel, glass, plastic, wood, tiles, etc. Okay. So these are the important construction materials. Now, our today's aim is that what is the relation with geology of this construction material? Now, bricks. Now, what is the raw material used for the bricks?
Soil, clay.
Yes, soil and clay. That are the basic raw materials used in the manufacturing of the bricks. But not all type of the soils are used in the manufacturing of bricks. Yes, not all type of the soil means black soil. It is not used. Not black soil is not used in the manufacturing of the bricks because it is not suitable for the bricks. Only the alluvial soil and red color soil. Alluvial means the soil which is near to the river. ओके. रिव्हरच्या दोन्ही साईडला जी गाळाची माती असते त्याला अल्युअल सॉइल म्हटलं जातं. ती सॉइल किंवा रेड कलरची सॉइल फक्त त्या ठिकाणी ब्रिक्स मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग मध्ये यूज केली जाते. ब्लॅक कलर सॉइल किंवा व्हाईट सॉइल they are not used because the properties of such a soils are not suitable for the brick manufacturing. Okay. So for the brick we have to know the properties of the soil, and that properties of the soil comes in the subject engineering geology. Now next is the cement. Okay. Without cement we can't construct any construction nowadays because all these structures now RCC structure. That's why cement is the very and most important construction material used in the all type of the construction. Now, what is the source or raw material for the manufacturing of the cement?
Limestone, clay, chalk shell.
Yes, 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 yes. Very correct. Limestone. Limestone is the important raw material for the manufacturing of the cement. And limestone is nothing but it is one type of rock. Sedimentary type of the rock is the limestone. And the chemical composition of that limestone is the calcium carbonate, CaCO3. Okay. But not all the limestones are used in the manufacturing of the cement. Why? Because the limestone which having percentage of the calcium maximum, only those limestones are used in the manufacturing of the cement as a raw material. More than 60% calcium carbonate, calcium content is present, then it is considered as a suitable raw material for the manufacturing of the cement. But if the limestone contain less than 50% calcium content, then it is not used in the manufacturing of the cement because it is not economically profitable. Next is the concrete. Yes, concrete is the mixture of sand, aggregate,
Cement.
cement, etc.
Admixture.
Okay, add mixture. Yes. Now, out of that, we have talked about the cement. Okay. Now, sand. Nowadays, the natural river sand is having very shortage due to various reasons. That's why we used the artificial sand in the artificial crushed sand in the construction. Okay. So, what is the source for that artificial sand?
Stone.
Yes, stones. The stones which are present in our area. Okay. Basically, whole Maharashtra having the sufficient amount of the basalt rock, and that basalt rock is used in the manufacturing of the crushed sand. But not all the basalt rocks are used in the manufacturing
Dust.
of the crushed sand. Only the hard, compact basalt rocks are used in the manufacturing of the crushed sand, that is artificial sand. Likewise, the aggregates are also come from the basalt rock. Okay, so for the manufacturing, for the preparation of concrete, we have to know the properties of the sand, aggregate, cement, etc. Okay. Now, when we're talking about the natural sand present in the river, it is very important to us to locate the natural deposits of the sand in the रिव्हर कोर्स. ओके, एखादा रिव्हर कोर्स जर असेल तर त्या रिव्हर कोर्स मध्ये तुम्हाला मॅक्झिमम सँड डिपॉझिट कुठं बघायला मिळतील हे तुम्हाला त्या ठिकाणी आयडेंटिफाय करता आलं पाहिजे. ओके, आणि जर तुम्हाला जिओलॉजिकल नॉलेज असेल तर तुम्ही त्या ठिकाणी ते नॅचरल सँड डिपॉझिट मॅक्झिमम तुम्हाला कुठे मिळतील हे तुम्ही त्यावरून इझिली ठरवू शकता. ओके, म्हणजे यामध्ये जर तुम्ही बघितलं, जस्ट मिनिट, आय विल शेअर विथ यू व्हाईट बोर्ड. ओके, yes, just a minute, I have to draw one. Suppose this is the one river course. Okay, this is one river course. This river is flowing from this direction to this direction. Now we have to identify the maximum and very good quality sand. Then you can check these inner side of the loops. Okay, this loop or this loop at this loop, these are the areas having maximum sand deposits. Okay, and this we will going to discuss in our next unit in the river action. Okay, river action is the one of the important topic which is related with the civil engineering field, and in that topic I'm going to explain you all these things. Okay, but now only remember this, these are the areas where we can find the maximum sand deposits when there is a turn or curve to the river course. In the inner side of that curve we got the maximum sand deposits. Okay, now just a minute. Now is the PPT visible to you?
No, sir.
Okay, 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 just a minute. Now is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Now that is T. Okay. Now in the RCC May I audible and is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Due to one phone call, I have disconnected with you. So reinforcement, talking about the steel used in the construction at various phases. Uh, can you know what is the raw material used for the manufacturing of the steel? Raw material for the manufacturing of the steel. In the manufacturing of steel, two metals are used. One is the iron and second one is the manganese. Okay. These two metals, that is iron and manganese, comes from the ore mineral like magnetite, hematite, then silomelane. So these are the minerals from which we get the iron and manganese in sufficient quantity. After processing, that ore mineral are converted into the iron and manganese metal, and that iron and manganese the proportion in the manufacturing reinforcement. And the next construction is the glass. Okay, at various phases in the doors, in the types of the glasses. Okay, now what is the raw material for the glass? Can anybody know? What is the raw material for the manufacturing of the glass? Can anybody know what is the raw material?
Lime.
Lime. Okay. Is another answer?
soda ash, and sand.
Soda, soda ash and sand. Yes. For the manufacturing of the glass, the one mineral is used in the huge quantity, and that mineral is the quartz. Okay. Quartz is the one mineral which is used in the huge quantity in the manufacturing of the quad, sorry, in the manufacturing of the glass. Okay, when you look that quad, it looks like the glass itself. Okay, just wait. I have the pictures of the. Yeah. So these are the some varieties of the quartz mineral available on the screen, and these quartz mineral, after processing, it is used in the manufacturing of the glass. Okay, so we have to know which type of the quartz is used in the manufacturing of the glass. Not all glasses are used in the manufacturing of the glass. Only the quartz having hardness and other properties suitable, such a such a glass varieties are used. Okay. So geology is important from the construction material point of view. We know the properties of, we have to know the properties of the construction material which we are going to use. Okay. Now, next is the knowledge of erosion, transportation, and deposition by surface water helps in soil conservation, river control, coastal and harbor work. Okay. Now, the erosion, transportation, and deposition, that three in the last lecture also. Erosion means when one huge rock is converted That process is considered as the erosion, carried out from its original site to the other location with running water or any other transporting media. Then such a process is considered as a transportation, and at one particular site, that transported material is settled down. That settlement process is considered as a deposition. Okay, so such a type of the erosion, transportation, and deposition process is continuously going on in the nature. For example, when we talk about the river action, rivers are generally uh, the rivers are generally going from these three stages, that is erosion, transportation, and deposition. And the work related with the river, we have when we are going to construct any structure on that river. For example, dam. We have to construct one dam. Then we have to know in which area the rate of erosion is maximum, the rate of deposition is maximum, which is suitable site, which is not suitable site. All that are depending on the erosion, transportation, and deposition. Another example is that for the construction of bridges over the river, we have to know where the erosion rate is maximum, because if we construct a bridge in the area where the rate of erosion is maximum, then it will be very problematic in the future, because if the rate of erosion is maximum, then there is direct danger for the foundation of the pillar used in the construction of that bridge. That's why this process, erosion, transportation, and deposition, are very important from civil engineering point of view. And geology helps to identify the locations, either that locations are suitable or not suitable. Next, the nature of rock is very necessary in tunneling, construction road, and in the determining stability of cut slopes. Thus, geology helps in the civil engineering field, not only in the construction of the building, but also in the media. Knowledge of geology is very, because there are various examples in the civil engineering history. Due to the lack of knowledge of the geology, the engineer doesn't identify the suitability of that site for that particular structure, and without study, that structure, and in after some years, that structures are collapsed. Okay, just I will give you one review. So this is the first example, Los Angeles Dam, which was built in 1920, St. Francis Dam. Thousands of people was died in this accident. Next best example, Pisa Tower. Okay, initially the Pisa Tower was some years it inclined towards one side with some angle inclination. Another best example from the foreign is the Tacoma Dam Bridge. Tacoma Bridge was collapsed. For Indian example, Panchet Dam in the Pune district was burst in 1961 due to the unsuitability of that site. Another example is the Khadakwasla Dam, also break, which was also in the Pune district. Okay, and a recent example, this is the one small dam which was break in the recent 5 to 6 years ago in the Konkan, and that the name of that dam is the Tevre Dam. This dam was break recently. Okay, so all these accidents are due to the lack of knowledge of the geological information in that area. Okay. So in the tunneling also, we have to know the properties of the rock where we are going to take the alignment of the tunnel, because if the rocks are not suitable, then we can't take the alignment on that area. Okay. Only suitable alignments are preferably used in the excavation of the tunnels. Next, the foundation problem of dam, bridges, and buildings are directly related with geology of the area where they are built. Okay. Sentence or 4 point is very important, because the life of any structure is depend on foundation. Okay. Because if the foundation is weak, then there will be problem in the future. And if the foundation is strong, if the foundation rock is suitable for that particular structure, then there will be a great advantage for that structure. That's why we have to know which is the foundation stone for that structure which we are going to build. And either that rock is suitable to bear that all load, or it is not suitable. That only gives the life of that structure. Okay. If the rock is suitable, then the life of that structure will be maximum. Next is the knowledge of groundwater is necessary in connection with excavation works, water supply, irrigation, and many other purposes. Yes. Along with the construction material, rock properties, soil properties, we have to know the knowledge about the groundwater. And groundwater. Now, what is the meaning of groundwater? That I have explained. Groundwater means the water which is present below the earth surface. We know the two sources of the water. One is the atmospheric water. Second one is the surface water. But there is huge source of the water which is present inside the earth, and that water is considered as a groundwater. That water we are extracted in the form of bore wells, tube wells, etc. Okay. And the knowledge of that groundwater is very important from civil engineering point of view. Okay. Now, why the knowledge of groundwater is important from civil engineering point of view? What is the reason? Can anybody know? If no, then you can tell me. Why the knowledge of groundwater is important in civil engineering field?
When pH of water is not then cracking are also developing construction.
Due to the presence of water in ground, the foundation cracks may be developed.
Foundation cracks may be developed. Okay, good. Another reason why the knowledge of groundwater is important. You might have seen that if we are taking any foundation, before foundation, if the water is present in that excavated pit, it is pumped out. Why? What is the reason behind that? You can tell in Marathi, no problem. मराठीमध्ये जरी सांगितलं तरी काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही. म्हणजे एखादं तुम्ही कन्स्ट्रक्शन बघत असाल की फाउंडेशन मध्ये जर एक्सकॅव्हेशन केलेलं असेल, तर फाउंडेशन करायच्या अगोदर जर त्यामध्ये वॉटर अक्युमुलेट होत असेल तर ते पंप आउट केलं जातं. व्हाय? व्हॉट इज द रिझन? काय रिझन असेल?
ते कोलॅप्स होऊ शकतं सर.
कोलॅप्स होऊ शकतं. ओके. So generally येस येस, अजून कोण सांगणार आहे?
फाउंडेशन स्ट्रॉंग होत नाही सर.
Okay. Okay. We know that in the RCC foundation, we used steel in huge quantity. Okay. RCC जे फाउंडेशन घेतलं जातं त्याच्यामध्ये स्टील मॅक्झिमम क्वांटिटी मध्ये आपण यूज करत असतो. ओके. When that steel comes in contact with water, ज्यावेळेस ते स्टील त्या वॉटरच्या कॉन्टॅक्ट मध्ये येतं, इट सडनली स्टार्ट दी रस्टिंग प्रोसेस. त्याची रस्टिंग प्रोसेस त्या ठिकाणी काय होते, स्टार्ट होते. ओके. अँड इफ आवर फाउंडेशन इज बिलो ग्राउंड वॉटर लेवल, ग्राउंड वॉटर लेवल म्हणजे त्या एरियामध्ये जे वॉटर प्रेझेंट असेल त्या वॉटरची जी लेवल असते एक ठराविक लेवल असते. फॉर एक्झाम्पल तुम्ही विहिरीमध्ये जी लेवल बघता वॉटरची त्याला वॉटर टेबल लेवल म्हटलं जातं किंवा ग्राउंड वॉटर लेवल म्हटलं जातं. आणि ती त्या एरियामध्ये ती सगळीकडे एकसारखीच असते. असं नाही की एक तुम्ही जर विलेज घेतलं तर त्या विलेजमध्ये एका ठिकाणी ती वरती आहे एका ठिकाणी खाली गेलेली आहे असं नसतं. जनरली मोरऑललेस सगळीकडे त्या एरियामध्ये त्या गावापुरती लेवल एकसारखीच राहिलेली असते. ओके. जर तुम्ही फाउंडेशन घेणार असाल आणि ते फाउंडेशन तुमच्या त्या ग्राउंड वॉटर लेवलच्या खाली जर जात असेल, ओके, काय सांगतोय मी, ग्राउंड वॉटर लेवल आहे आणि त्या लेवलच्या खाली जर तुमचं फाउंडेशन राहत असेल, then it will be problematic because your foundation is always comes in contact with water. Okay. And slowly the water is percolated from concrete also inside that structure. कितीही तुम्ही चांगल्या क्वालिटीचं कॉन्क्रीट जरी त्या ठिकाणी तयार केलेलं असेल तरी त्या कॉन्क्रीट मधून वॉटरचा सिपेज हा आतमध्ये कंटिन्युअसली सुरूच राहतो. आणि आतमध्ये वॉटर एंट्री केल्यानंतर ते जर तुमच्या स्टीलच्या कॉन्टॅक्ट मध्ये येत असेल तर त्या ठिकाणी रस्टिंग प्रोसेस काय होते, स्टार्ट होते. बेस्ट एक्झाम्पल, तुम्ही जर फ्रेश स्टील असेल आणि ते जर तुम्ही एक 15 ते 20 दिवस जरी तुम्ही बाहेर ग्राउंड वरती ठेवलं तरी तुम्हाला त्या ठिकाणी फरक जाणवतो की आयर्न सडनली रस्ट व्हायला सुरुवात होते. ओके. ते जर ऍटमॉस्फिअर मधल्या ऑक्सिजनच्या कॉन्टॅक्ट मध्ये येऊन रस्टिंग होत असेल तर वॉटर मधल्या प्रेझेंट असलेल्या ऑक्सिजन बरोबर त्याचा कंटिन्युअस कॉन्टॅक्ट जर झाला तर रस्टिंग प्रोसेस त्या ठिकाणी फास्ट होते आणि त्याची ड्युरेबिलिटी काय होते, कमी होते. दॅट्स वाय द नॉलेज ऑफ ग्राउंड वॉटर इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट फ्रॉम us as a civil engineer. Okay. Because it directly affects the strength and suitability of the steel used in the construction. Next, that is the geological maps and section helps considerably in planning many engineering projects that we are going to do in the practical course. Practical course मध्ये आपण हे geological maps त्या ठिकाणी स्टडी करणारच आहे. की तुम्हाला प्रॅक्टिकल मध्ये काय दिलं जातं की एक मॅप्स दिले जातात, त्या मॅपचा तुम्हाला क्रॉस सेक्शन ड्रॉ करायचा असतो आणि त्या क्रॉस सेक्शन वरून त्या साईडची सुटेबिलिटी नॉन सुटेबिलिटी काय केली जाते, चेक केली जाते. ओके. if the geological features like fault, joints, beds, folds, solution channels are found, they have to suitably treated. Hence, the stability of the structure is greatly increased. म्हणजे जर एखादं तुम्ही साईट त्या ठिकाणी सिलेक्ट केलेली असेल आणि त्या साईटच्या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला असे स्ट्रक्चर्स मिळत असतील, फोल्ड, फॉल्ट, जॉईंट्स, अनकन्फॉर्मिटी, हे आपण नंतर स्टडी करणारच आहे. व्हॉट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ फॉल्ट, व्हॉट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ फोल्ड, अनकन्फॉर्मिटी, जॉईंट्स. ओके. त्यावेळेस तुम्हाला हे या आयडियाज क्लिअर होतील. बट if the structures are present in your identified that site, if you have selected any site and in that site the structures are present like fold, fault, joints, unconformity, then that file will be having problems in the future. Okay. So we have to identify either the structures are present in that selected site. If the present, then which type of the structure is that, either that structure is suitable or not suitable for our proposed structure, that we have to know. Okay. Because the future of our project or future of our civil structure is totally depend on the geological structure. Now, pre-geological survey of area concerned reduces the cost of engineering work. a very important point. Pre-geological survey of the area concerned reduces the cost of engineering work. What is the meaning of this? Can anybody explain it? What will be the meaning of this last sentence? Sentence number 8. What will be the meaning of this last sentence? Last sentence meaning काय असेल त्याच्यामध्ये? Pre-geological survey of area concern reduces the cost of engineering work. म्हणजे तुम्ही जर एखादं सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग वर्क त्या ठिकाणी स्टार्ट केलेलं करणार असाल, फॉर एक्झाम्पल एखादा डॅम कन्स्ट्रक्ट करायचा आहे आणि त्या डॅम कन्स्ट्रक्शन मध्ये जर तुम्ही अगोदरच त्या ठिकाणी जर त्या एरियाचा सर्वे केलेला असेल आणि त्या सर्वे मधून तुम्हाला जिओलॉजिकल इन्फॉर्मेशन मिळालेली असेल की कोणत्या टाईपचे रॉक त्या ठिकाणी आहेत, किती डेप्थला आहेत, त्याच्या प्रॉपर्टीज काय आहेत, आयदर दॅट रॉक्स आर सुटेबल और नॉट सुटेबल फॉर दॅट स्ट्रक्चर. इफ वी नो all these data, then we can plan according to that data. Okay, जर आपल्याला अगोदरच त्या एरियाचे रॉक्स आणि सॉइलची इन्फॉर्मेशन मिळाली तर आपण त्या पद्धतीने त्या ठिकाणी प्लॅन करू शकतो. म्हणजे स्ट्रक्चरचं डिझाईन त्या ठिकाणी चेंज करू शकतो, इतर बाकीचे चेंजेस त्यामध्ये करू शकतो. अँड इट विल बी रिड्युसेस द कॉस्ट ऑफ आवर प्रोजेक्ट. त्या प्रोजेक्टची कॉस्ट तुम्हाला त्या ठिकाणी काय करता येते, रिड्यूस करता येते. विदाउट एनी जिओलॉजिकल work or without any geological survey, if you are going to direct the construction in that selected site, then it will be very problematic in the future. You have to change your design, all the many type of the problems you might have facing without the knowledge of the rocks and soil in that area. Okay, so these are the important these are the some importance of the geology in the civil engineering field. Okay, now next point is the scope of geology. Okay, now scope of geology, scope and importance, more or less same points are there. Scope means in which field the importance of this geology are there, which are correlated with the civil engineering field. म्हणजे सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग फील्ड मध्ये कोणत्या एरियाज मध्ये जिओलॉजीचा मॅक्झिमम त्या ठिकाणी इम्पॉर्टन्स आहे. ओके, सो वन इज द सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग फील्ड इन द कन्स्ट्रक्शन. सेकंड वन इज द माइनिंग इंजिनिअरिंग. माइनिंग मीन्स द माइन्स from which we are extracting the economically important minerals and metals. You might have seen the open cast mine, the underground mine in various movies. You might have seen. In groundwater study, we have to know the geological knowledge in which type of the rock the groundwater storage is maximum. You might have seen the two words, porosity and permeability, that are related with the groundwater. We are going to discuss in detail regarding with that groundwater in one unit. Okay, land pollution, then nuclear explosion, oceanography, space exploration. All these are the areas where the knowledge of geology is very important. Okay, and how it is important, that I have explained in these points. Okay, I will upload this PPT on the Excel sheet. You can download it anytime. So these are the important case histories which are failed due to the lack of knowledge of the geology. Okay, so after that we are going to start the next and very important point, and that point is known as the mineralogy or mineral study. Okay, first we have to know what is the meaning of mineral. Okay, and then we will discuss the other points from this topic. Okay. So this is the definition of the mineral which is on your screen. Mineral is the naturally occurring solid, homogeneous, inorganic material having definite chemical composition and internal atomic structure. Okay, simple definition is there. Mineral is naturally occurring solid, homogeneous, or inorganic material having definite chemical composition and internal atomic structure. Okay, now we have to discuss the meaning of each word from this definition. या डेफिनेशन मध्ये जे वर्ड्स यूज केलेले आहेत त्या वर्डचे प्रत्येक वर्डचं या ठिकाणी आपल्याला मिनिंग माहित असणं गरजेचं आहे. नाव मिनरल कोणत्या सबस्टन्सला आपण मिनरल म्हणू शकतो त्याचे क्रायटेरिया या डेफिनेशन मध्ये आहेत. सो मिनरल्स आर ऑलवेज नॅचरली ऑकरिंग, minerals are always solid in nature, minerals are always homogeneous, they are always inorganic, they are having fixed chemical composition, and minerals are always with one specific atomic structure. Okay, so if the substance possesses all these properties, then that substance is called as a mineral. If any one property is absent, then we can't consider that material as a mineral. For considering mineral to any substance, that substance may possess all these properties. Okay, this is the most important criteria in the mineral. Okay, so we will discuss these properties of the or the meaning of the mineral after 10 minutes. Okay, I have to take one short break of the 10 minutes. After 10 minutes we will start again. Okay, so it is request to all of you that please join again exactly 10 minutes on the same link. Okay, thank you.